Right, so Nemeda say baby I will be say waje eye bre na o hwe eye dwumadi a fe na ahyase foforo but akono na ehwam na ho pampan age baby a dwumadi ni dey for the records, and as the name suggests bibia ye be kan wa ha bia no, we are going to put it on record. We are going to give you fact. We are going to give you a document. We are going to explain. Makana mekoswa kase. The entire political class and it keeps on taking advantage of the Ghanaian people. And it's a Ghana for yedi nkomonwa, yente nkomona say. So show we no need main focus. And it's a whether topic in Echemu, whether topic in Ejinaho, whether topic in Afenabo, Ehuro. We either are the first or we are the last. We don't care. All we seek to do is that we are going to break the things that you need to understand for you to make an informed decision. You'll be breaking it down. I'm watching us here. The most formidable, unbiased, well-researched, thought-provoking, controversial platform that you will ever see in this country on social media. And a year for the record, hosted by, of course, yours truly, the youth president, Afrifa-Mensah. Asante Agwana Yokohene. Asante Agwana Yokohene. Ohene no eyewo dia ubetimi ababeji, and no problem. But anyo dia nti say media ne say media. All the meje. Ye be breaking some down. Aha sa platform we sebi enyatem didie. Enyatem didie. It's all about giving you facts, breaking the things for you to understand. Ye we are sad ye ne betimi aye possible and entimi possible is what we are going to do. Just like I said, my name still remains Okatechi Afrifa-Mensah, the youth president of the republic. Yena ye homra yeba video of the week ye debe ma ye video of the week now. Obviously we are going to break down ex-president John Dramani Mahama nensemu a waka ye be breaking it down. I'm watching say na we are wanga so making informed decision whether obetimi aye ana ontimi nye. That is what we are going to discuss today. Bedam wa ba esia enko ba bia.
Darling lemon drink. Taste it. Feel it.
Extreme services, events, and more. Absolute style, no limit.
Better say waji wakonya a wo hwe for the records. Afei ne yede wo befro, ne yede wasani, yede ko amofa feeling. Mo amoye social media kenkon. Now the very moment I'm feeling say Okatechi Afrifa-Mensah is coming, no. Mo yamashi mo nyina mo nya abotre. Any problem. Me too, me greedy. I'm going to share the space with all of you. Just that your platform no emeye atem didie ebeye intellectually based analysis and argument. It will counter or superior argument and now odiaba. What I say? Aha no eya adisua and yeba bisua. And some said ye tie and yeba be breaking it down what I say. You can be for party A, party B, aha, and your party asem. In the run-up to 2024 elections, we are going to break it down for the electorate to understand. We are going to put things on record for the electorate to understand. So also want to hear now political party now platforms on the atama. That is your own problem. We are not going to pay attention to you. We are going to focus. And with all due respect, we are going to do the things that needs to be done. Now, Yankoshe video of the week. With all due respect, Yanko video of the week. With all due respect, Yanko video of the week.
If you do, I'll take your time. If they say they catch you, I don't worship you. You don't know call.
Ashamanfoɔ sojafoɔ kɔporo wɔ mo wediem kakra na wɔ mo a ɔmo ho kaeɛ no we deɛ monkafra just that moving forward sɛ muti area bi na nkurɔfoɔ bi yɛ nyamerasɛm ne ade a sɛ ɛbɛyɛ na monim sɛ sojafoɔ ba mo ho bɛkanti no yɛ a monyi wɔ mo mantam ɔho deɛ mekyiri moyi wɔ mo mantam a anka we nya afɛ ne yɛba bɛporo mo wediem ama deɛ akosi sojafoɔ no so yɛbɛsrɛ mo yenim say ja do before complain. Yenim say soldier for the ja moving anything that moves be and you are supposed to ground it. But when it comes to the civilian aya na mo mahwe but all the same no Ashama for with you promo last week. Ashama for mo sorry. Let's move quickly. Yede aseda bema yaboafo which is a darling lemon I call it drink. Darling lemon taste it, feel it. High Spot Solutions. Solutions for all. Edu se u sit down papa na opomo betumi sit down no ama wo na affordable. High Spot Solutions is the best place to be. Make High Spot Solutions omo numbers egu ase ho betumi afre omo. Sanso na extreme services, wedding, funeral, any activities, events bi a wo ye bi a wo hia rentals here. Your best place to go extreme services bra na ye meye ni ye amount ye movie forward na ye share idea. Last week former President John Dramani Mahama our preso beba be NDC for animo na watimi about 2 franca ma NDC abaye Ghana mampani bio and then Sembi Atubia. Let's listen to John Dramani Mahama and Yamra Bakiaba. There's going to be a conversation on this.
The payment of ex gratia to members of the executive under Article 71 will be scrapped.
Right, so John Dramani Mahama, and then some to you say, as gratia. Then it became a topical issue. Or more be diatem, or who diatem, or more so muntibida. But we, for the records, on this platform, we are neither going to discuss the issue in a narrow form of John Dramani Mahama say, and Asumesi say. We are going to look at the topic holistically. The ex gratia conversations, I think is a beer conversation beyond John Dramani Mahama neka and Asumesi aneka. Whether John Dramani Mahama, whether Baumia, whether Alan Chiramatin, whether Canada, Japan, whether Dufuo, whoever says Oba Obicha ex gratia. At this point, we need to have the conversation in totality. And that is what For the Records is going to do. Now, quickly, ex gratia. Ex gratia, ex gratia, but we don't even understand what ex gratia is. Now, ex gratia, it is a Latin word which means more or less a gift. It is more of a moral obligation rather than any legal binding or legal obligation. It is moral. Se obia besom wo man no wa wie okọ se nipa no osom wo man no wie a okọ a state ni say ye hwe de wo ye ne ho, and we are going to give you a gift achede, right? Mewa achede. Now ye bebusa se aya mamuo na wo mu bu no aso wo mu deserve se wo mu wie a ye beche wo mu achede ana. That is a topic for another day. But today we are going to discuss ex gratia, the constitution, what history has it. Quickly, a president shall not hold office. Tienye. A president shall not, on leaving office as president, hold any office of profit or emolument except with the permission of parliament in any establishment, either directly or indirectly, other than that of the state. It's Ghana Constitution, the framers of the Constitution, and the Shemu say, we are president, we are parliamentarian, we are speaker of parliament. Free parliament, untimi hodi any office bianwa edisika bro, untimi nya adwuma foforo bia. So obeye adwuma mpo a, it needs to be a year with the permission of parliament. Now, 3 says that the president shall receive such salary, allowances, and facilities as may be prescribed by parliament on the recommendation of the committee referred to in Article 71 of the Constitution. Fasa part ne etoho. Yabeba ni ababe chirichirim. Amwati asiye. Now, yade eye ex gratia, emma president, emma eye parliament, emma chief justice, emma justices of the superior court, emma eye national media commission, commissioner, emma eye NCC commissioner, emma electoral commissioner. There are several people in the Constitution, vice president, ministers of state, members of parliament. All these people, omoje ex gratia because Constitution say, so omuwe omo term of officer, they cannot hold any year position. This conversation has gone on for so long. Yanko back, Yanko Radie. In 2008, prior to the election 2008, that topic where I did one is an ebai in a broader form, in a broader sense. It wasn't only specialized on ex gratia. It was more to do with amendment of the Constitution in totality. It's Yanko a year 2008. IEA debate in October. Nyanko Tie, the president Akufo-Addo, the then candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Okaye.
Definitely, after 16 years of operating a constitution, especially since both the major political parties in our country have had an opportunity to work it, there are several matters that have come up for discussion. And my way forward is that those issues will put a constitutional review commission in place very soon after taking office to go around the country collecting the views of our people to see how strong is this demand for reform. There are matters that all of us know about. Ministers in parliament, should they come from parliament? The powers of the Attorney General, should they be separated? The issue as to whether or not we should have a prime minister rather than a vice president, like many of our neighbors do. The term of the president has come up. Is 4 years the ideal term for us, or are we talking 5 years? We've got the question of the election of district chief executives. Is that something that we want to see, or we want to have them appointed? These are some of the issues. We're talking, for instance, also about the creation of regions. We have at the moment very stringent provisions for creating more regions. Should we have looser provisions? I think these are the matters that the Constitutional Review Commission will take before our people. And if the answer is in the affirmative, that yes, there is a widespread demand out there, then to initiate the processes in the Constitution for amending the Constitution. So,
the President Akufo-Addo at IEA debate in 2008 kind of said, the Constitution of this republic outliving a purpose, and for that matter, Obabe President, or best set up a year Constitutional Review Commission. It wasn't a year President Mills Nekaye, it was a year President Akufo-Addo. Now let's go and listen to Professor J.E.A. Mills, the lead, on the IEA debate, the also kafa a constitutional amendment.
After 16 years, one has to take a look at the Constitution. Clearly, changes have come, and there's a need for us to take a fresh look at the Constitution, what needs to be done. But let me say that it is for the people to decide. Views must be collated, sought and collated. And at the end of the day, we must take decisions which will make it possible for us to move this country forward, to learn from the mistakes of the past and improve the Constitution as we go along. In other jurisdictions, it's done regularly. and we should be able to do it too.
Good. So, Osha President J.E. Mills, President Akufo-Addo, in 2008, in the run-up to the election, the Omunyina Kafa amendment of the Constitution. But President Mills did not mention the formation of a Constitutional Review Commission report. One kasa, any part on that platform or mentions or be forming a Constitutional Review Commission, a President Akufo-Addo. But President J.E. Mills, upon assumption of office, saw the need. He said the President Akufo-Addo can in Nyansa it would be. So in 2009, Obabaya President Nano, on 10th of January 2010, he formed what we call Professor Emeritus Albert Kwadwo Commission. At this point, pay attention to me. Me say constitution no ye hwɛ ne holistically. Asama President Mahama kan ye ex gratia. Ye dim komo no it shouldn't be narrow to ex gratia. Let's look at the historical antecedent. Edi akwanti ne ex gratia ne hye mu medical kyerɛ mu. Say you say we a member of parliament, we a president, we a this. Unya wie wo office, o term of office na akɔtena fie a untimi nye adwuma bia. Enti constitution ne say ye nkyɛ sika kakra, nefa kɔbɔ ho bra. That is why ex gratia is there. So it's more of a moral obligation. But the framers of the Constitution, Edi Shemu say, Yamfan Shem said, Yabaya, Ubiangasa, Enyede, Emusu. Now, President Mills Baya was set to Albert Emeritus Kwadwo Commission. Omoye Omajuma echo round. EJJ document about 83,161 document, written document, hard copy document. Agana Fonyina across board from Europe to America, UK to Azerbaijan. Baby Agana Fonyina do Magenchire. Over 7 million people in Ghana and outside Ghana. And I do a report by. Omo tina commission ni should be a prominent member sibi ene omo ofo be say Akenten Afrifa-Mensah the late ofo be say the current EC boss Mensah ofo be these people were on the commission. Then they went around, they asked questions, prominent people. They met with President Kufuor, they met with the late J.J. Rollins, they met with the late Professor Mills, they met with President Mahama, they met with the Kufuor who is the current president, but then a candidate of the New Patriotic Party. And formulated what we call the Constitutional Review Commission report. Now, they finished their job in 2011, and omuwe womajuma. Ede a year recommendations ebaye. Omode recommendations ne baye no. Now President Mills and a year president in 2011 or issue government white paper in 2012 before so baby. Or issue government white paper and Chebiana President Mills free ho. Emma John Dramani Mahama Ebabeye the President of the Republic. Nobody can fault him that one for a yes I report because it was 2012, 6 months to election. Obviously, his focus was more of winning the next election. That's fine. Now, Constitutional Review Commission report na adaho. Ye fan to for now. Ye better back to it. President Dramani Mahama co-raising another topic of the Constitutional Review, which is a year ex gratia. Akofaba. Nipa bebre busa no question say ebisi won fa sika no awaje from 1992 nemra ebisi won timenye. Can he do it? Or can he not do it? President, MP, Speaker, will no bibi obeyebiana must be within the remits of the law, within the Constitution. On leaving office, on leaving office, the President shall receive gratuity in addition to pension, equivalent to his salary and other allowances and facilities, prescribed by Parliament in accordance with Clause 3 of the article. President ne salary, ne allowances. Question ye busane say, ono na e determine man ho per the Constitution and an campus wetimi aka say me ba me twam. The answer is a big no. President determine a salary. President does not determine the allowances. Constitution said the president shall receive such salary, allowances and facilities as may be prescribed by Parliament on recommendations of the committee referred to in Article 71 of the Constitution. So how does the president says meba make sure ex gratia when in actual fact emrana ye did determine on only ex gratia no in law we say nemo dat quod non habet tienie nemo dat quod non habet, which means you cannot give what you do not have. So President John Dramani Mahama say oba will be tremua. People are asking say o to me or di tremua per the law only to me or di tremua no ankasa ne ex gratia mu emra na nkyere ne saa if say committee na say determine or no President Mahama ni ministers ex gratia no Parliament ne setting up that committee. Does the president have powers or did determine the ex gratia of a young be certain group of people be yes, president will be. Now, president ne powers or did determine ex gratia no and yet for no president no. And yet for the ministers into we need to mean ultimately try the ministers and on only deal. The Emrano Constitution Article 71(1) of the 1992 Constitution said the salaries and allowances payable and facilities and privileges available to the Speaker, the Deputy Speakers, Members of Parliament, the Chief Justice, and the other Justice of the Superior Court of Adjudication, the Auditor General, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the Electoral Commission, the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, and his deputies and the District Assembly's Common Fund Administrator, the Chairman, Umuvia, Chairman, Vice Chairman of a National Council for Higher Education, Public Service Commission, National Media Commission, Lands and Commission, blah, 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 blah. Of course, being charged on the consolidated fund shall be determined by the President on the recommendation of the committee. So, President, no one need a year to me, a year one as gratia. It is a obi beka kire o say me ba me ne me ministers di e betwa ex gratia mu omwa oni say to me no now even if in the unlikely event President Mahama says that ye kwa lay a bill in Parliament near the etwa ex gratia mu don't forget to say ex gratia of President Mahama e be take effect in 2029. Pay attention, TNA, focus. With all due respect, focus here. With all due respect, focus. President Mahama will be ex gratia mua. It will take effect in 2029. By 2029, President Mahama is the presidency away. So the ministers and okura catch almost a monfanko back and the ministers in the panel off. That is number one. So if President Mahama will be ex gratia mua, per the law, ex gratia will bet me a tremwa that of the Speaker, the Deputy Speakers, the Members of Parliament. But Uji Tumpa or Maya Timui. Members of Parliament on the opposite side, even in the unlikely event or likely event that they become the majority or minority. Do you think that members of Parliament of the opposite side will allow President Mahama so omuncha omwes gratia mwana? It is a big no. Now, yentia lawyer Martin Pebu argument will make is President Mahama, Uzu betra ex gratia mwa. Fasikano ewa here, Fabra. Yentia Martin Pebu.
So the point I'm making is that look, Mr. Mahama, you know Dan Kweku Yeboah of Peace FM. I think he's the lead this campaigner for Mr. Mahama to return his ex gratia. When I looked at it, I said yes, it makes sense because look, Mr. Mahama should do introspection and see that yes, let me return it as a sign of what this in good faith. That yes, once I've returned this money, that's it. I'm committed.
Right. So after lawyer Martin Pebu Eka said, President John Dramani Mahama, one fa a yene ex gratia now will receive in the bra. Minister Gofu Ebri Echomo, Dan Kwaku Yeboah of Peace FM. Dan Kwaku Yeboah so Eka Yentie Dan Kwaku Yeboah.
Say, oh, yeah. Because Obeyanko share both first no way. 1, 2. Nanka Oking said the Ankatogba fed the genius gashi or the abbey. Nanka former President Mahama Sudi Nes gashi and ba. si Ghana for my mama example say ade me ba me twam me de na mo de ma me mpe enu nie na de waje de wie no togbo gro no nya former president god ne de aba
kweku ebua watwimadwe aba asem so
na wo de wanu aka che 2016 so betwe wantwam 2015 so betwe wantwam no wa gotra bench wo sa be share the same bo abra de so wajibi oh kan de nyini
Dan Kwaku Yeboah say President John Dramani Mahama say S. Gracia no also would beba at least as a moral right or to have a moral turpitude to discuss these matters, you know, and kafawo S. Gracia na ebra. Yerisha response President John Dramani Mahama edema eye Dan Kwaku Yeboah and eye lawyer Martin Pebu because they have requested that Omfani S. Gracia.
You must show by example. If the economy is in crisis, why should we continue to take ex gratia when the rest of the public and civil service don't take it? And so I said categorically that we will cancel ex gratia. And then somebody who should know better, a lawyer, he said, oh, then I should refund all the ex gratia we took before to show Ghanaians that, yes, we are serious about canceling it. He does not even know the principle in our constitution that says that you cannot pass retroactive legislation. If you pass legislation today, it does not affect what happened in the past. And what he says is a bit silly because it's like saying that because we've introduced free SHS, all of us should go and get a refund of our school fees that we paid in the past. That is how silly what he's saying is. I say we'll cancel ex gratia. If you cancel it, you two say, when we come, we'll cancel it. But why are you insulting me and saying I should refund mine? Would you cancel it or you won't cancel it? Tell the people of Ghana. But no, bring yours first. Why? I've spent the money already. And now I'm a pensioner. Where am I going to get that money to come and pay back? I'm unemployed. And you say bring yours to show that you have good faith. I have no source of income. You say I shouldn't work. They say presidents should not hold office of profit. So you gave it to me, I spent it. Then you come and say, I should refund it. Where am I going to refund it from?
President John Dramani Mahama said, those saying, Yamfa video and Nisika Nemrano, Mediscan we. Really? Mr. President, what Disikan we? A new work retirement. Now, what do you do? Enti why dey na okwa kotwam why dey na okwa kotwam what do you we enti why dey na you see President John Dramani Mahama people are asking him to bring a year ex gratia at least we are not saying a year there oje in 1992 oje in 1996 oje in 2000 oje in 2004 oje 2008 oje 2012 oje 2016 yankasa fasa ex gratia the day ebra. We haven't said that. I'm not sure that is what the people are saying. And Kwafone say, oh, as a sign of a good will. So how would you now the 200 and something thousand said by your aide, that is Joyce Bauer Montari, and Kafabra. Former President Mahama, with all due respect, I think, you see, elections na you are the only candidate when you're a kwenya. So whether you like it or not, Bibia will be Ghana for baby sell two questions. One, why? Two, I think your ability to be able to see how you handle yourself emotionally. Because for president to say you are being silly. Silly for what? Ghana for without pertinent question. Now, yanko share a year at year. President Mahama and a year Togbea Fede in a sogli. Yanko President Mahama.
When a traditional ruler and a former member of the Council of State returns a gratuity that was paid to him because he thinks it was not necessary and he didn't deserve to have that money paid to him, he should receive acknowledgements and gratitude and not insults. Because you're a man of principle, you're a man of conviction, and we all admire you for that. And so don't change, just continue being yourself.
Right. So you see, President Mahama who bought Togbe Afede Abaso said what he's done is commendable. Tio. And then now who President Togbe Afede Abaso because Togbe Afede one who mayor president and now MP for more than 20 something to 30 years or maybe. Or be a council of state member. And a man as Gracia. Now Togbe Afede returning the S Graciano. So you see, one Gasa who born Abaso say is commendable. He is a man of conviction. And the Ghanaians have not seen you as a man of conviction. Ghanaians have not seen you as a man of conviction. Say yeah na Togbe Afede na ese ope president di. Na oba obetwa S Gracia mu a. Tagana ni bia musare. You know why? Because he has demonstrated, say, S Graciano, on pay. Would ye wajiadi, sir, 30 years. And when we see a quite about 20, we have said that on this platform, it is not just only John Dramani Mahama, and with all due respect, it is not about a year, for the record. We will put things on record, say, per the Constitution, it is obviously not something you can do. In the likely event that you want to even amend Article 71. Now, you show the cost of amending Article 71. So, obey a referendum because Article 71 is an entrenched provision of the 1992 Constitution. So, if you want to amend Article 71, Constitution at chapter 25, and make provisions how we can amend an entrenched provision. One, you need to call for a referendum, you need to put a bill in parliament. The cost of calling for a referendum just to go amend a year as gracia of what? Parliament and speaker? No. So I believe that the conversation should not be about scrapping of the ex gracia. But President Mahama be bold and tell us that Uba be the president here. Uba amended the constitution in totality as President Mills started. So President Mahama says, Dientia went to me anyasa a constitutional review commission. They say, time warrior and I guess over obi the neko obwa. Constitutional Review Commission report in the year in 2011. President Mills set the implementation committee and the white paper in 2012. Owuya Mayor President, yes, we can't fault you. In 2012, now we'll call election in 6 months, so nobody would have expected you to do a year. Obeya President in 2013. The whole of 2013, nothing. The whole of 2014, nothing. 2015, I didn't see the next election. I hear why Guinness and Professor Kwakwaza no court. In 2015 October, the Supreme Court gave a ruling on Sobetimi and go ahead and do it. So you see, if you had the will so amended the Constitution, in 2013 you could have done it. In 2014 you could have done it. The start of 2015 you could have done it. O started in 2013 Professor Kwakwaza aka so no quarter. And by 2013 October, and court declared Mawunya 2014 and 2015 to do the constitutional amendment. So please, for the records, you cannot scrape off ex gratia because you do not have the power to do that. Right, so Mr. President, with the greatest of respect, with all due respect, just like we said, we're a former president, Okasano. Now you are being silly, not this, not that, now you're dear, where am I going to take it from? No, you need to be able to explain to the people why you were not able to do certain things and why you can do them today. But for the records, one, Constitution, said President Mahama, Article 71, unless he is changing the whole Constitution in totality. That is one. Two, even if President Mahama is able to do, say, Okasia de ex gratia ne manua, only the ministers Britannia. Don't forget, ex gratia of President Mahama will take effect in 2029. At that time, they were the president. Okasia the ministers in Britannia or Mopa, ano mo de ba omo fama. So going into election 2024 for the records obi obe promise say obe script S Gracia no enye ne yeka enye true ontimenya a factual presentation enye emotions enye na ma me say papa say no a factual presentation which we put it on record for you to enjoy it. With all due respect, we put it on record, and you have to focus on records now in the man. If it's a hard yenya abuane kwasia, we don't do that. You can't say you any actual video, ni actual picture, ni actual document. That is what we are here to do. Okay, so before some sign out, yanko tie yenuanoma omo abruchire amonone omonso wo take on sa esgracians sem yankoni nkuti
minim yenti a omampani dada John Dramani Mahama ababonten se oba obeyi article 71 afri ho sa article 71 we ye no bi atena social media aboho dawura ka ho asem se emwa Ghana man no ntino ye pani bi anase ye mampani bi a obetimi aba beyi afri ho it say John Dramani Mahama say oba obeyi afri ho a in fact me hu ne boni awaye. There is every indication na ekire say or share process na say on say a constitutional amendment it nya dey a omampani betimi asori say o use ne veto power eyi afri ho nti o share process na say na ebum wanwie na NPP aban eyi no free wa na say Ghana for eyi no free nti say o say Ghana for sa ma no akonya no na say o sa ba sa process na o sha say a wanwie no obeba abeto aso a me hu ne boni awaye anya hwe krampo no John Dramani Mahama aye bold enough ababonten ama Ghana for nyina atiase se S Gracia eye article 71 on fo so NPP fo so mo de wen
Ghana for you can say politicians are playing with your mind nam we dra say NDC ni MPP they feed on each other and they are playing with you nam we dra yenti ha na Akufo-Addo beka say yeti sika so comedy that time na when they were aban mu o see yeti sika so comedy nti obo obeden obema yen one district one factory one region one dam obeye way mimbi sam why okay yenhwe sisi anso ye beto about yehu say Ghana for complaining and amuntra ex gracia mu ex gracia mu it's not say politicians ni mwadwin and they always play with your mind. John Mahama so say obo betra ex gracia mu nti be wan say na mudi America na mwako vote man because wabebo ade a nhia so what is the probability say oba obetimi aye eno de obi andwin ho these politicians are playing on your minds and they feed on each other. Akufo-Addo betira o ka so be mamo one district one factory aba. And see what is the probability say Mahama obitwa eswashim. Wondren hu ye.
So obia promise say obe cancel eskrasha. Obwa. But you see, I had emotions in here. We don't do that. I had here for the records. We are going to give you explanation to win. Yeah, fact, document, pictures. We are not one can make you decision. Next week we'll be coming your way with another segment. And with all due respect, for the records, pay attention. Next week, you best have another one. Meeting still remains. The Bombardier, the Field Marshal, Squadron Leader, Ranger Buffalo, who he Royal General Kabaka, Bomfa de Cheneme, Bomfa Santiago de Cheneme. Such a dish, I'm from Santiago Namia, Santiago, Yoko Hene, Tieni, Yoko Hene. Oh, DBG. Okay, the youth president, you know, whereby was who, whereby opposition, you're not be decided. President Kufokura from the youth president. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Darling. darling lemon drink. Taste it, feel it.
Extreme services, events, and more. Absolute style, no limits.